Hi, everyone, and welcome to Own Your Greatness. I think it's been about a week since I put out a video, and that was very intentional. I wanted to really get grounded on what is going on YouTube and in social media in general. So I've really spent the last month focused and dialed in on marketing tactics, let's say, following some different marketing coaches, refollowing some marketing coaches that I happen to really like, and really paying attention with how everything's been going. And it's been fascinating. There's something I realized last year, and it's called the gap. And what the gap is there are some content creators that are huge. And when you're just a normal person, there's a gap. It's a big gap between you and that content creator. And I truly believe that subconsciously or even consciously, we don't think we can ever get to that level. We don't really ever think we can get to the, let's say, Tony Robbins level or the Alex Hormozy level. Or even now, let's say Cody Sanchez is hot. Let's say to her level, any of the big players, whoever you listen to, like the big players with the big followings that have content machines that are literally able to have their team slice and dice content and put it out there in the Gary Vee way, right? Go big or go home type vibe. So people don't tend to be, let's say, jealous or have any type of emotions, triggered states, comparison, any envy, anything like that towards those people. Now, there may be some judgment. You may just not like the person, or you might not like what they look like or something. But in general, you're kind of okay with the gap because, again, you don't think that you're ever going to really get to that status. And that may or may not be true. We don't really know, right? But when someone is like a smaller creator and they don't have such a big audience, I've noticed over time for so many people that gap between like the normal person who maybe isn't a content creator or isn't a business owner, isn't an entrepreneur, and maybe they're not super happy in their life, or they've got some head shit going on, or in terms of judgment and comparison, and I call purpose envy. I think there's a lot of purpose envy out there with people that maybe have given up on their dreams or don't necessarily maybe even have a dream. All sorts of things can go in that bucket. So when the gap is smaller between the influencer or the coach or the content creator and them, there tends to be a harder pull energetically in terms of the normal person saying in their head, what does this say about me? What does this say about me? And they take it personally that they're not doing the thing. So back in 2019, when I officially started my coaching business, I used to say, if I can do it, you can do it too. And that was based on the fact of my husband and I's story of how we were both W-2s. We got laid off at the same time. We moved to the Florida Keys. We started our sport fishing business. I funded that by being a sales rep, which was my initial dream at the time. I wanted to be in sales and be paid per performance. So we had a whole story. So I used to say, if I can do it, you can do it too. But as time went on, I realized that a lot of people just don't want to do it. So I didn't really necessarily believe in that anymore from the context of most people just don't want to do it. Because you know what? It's hard. Every day, it's hard. You have to be able to have hard conversations with yourself, if you're a couple in business, with your business husband, spouse, partner, whatever, even if it's a friend, if you're someone in business with somebody else, with clients, with potential clients, it is really hard. With people you contract out, it is hard. And most people don't want to have that. They really just don't. And there's no judgment to that, which is why it's so crazy about the gap. Because if you really, truly don't want that, but you like listening to a certain coach or mentor, why are you judging them? Why are you judging yourself? Be at peace with whatever you feel your blueprint is. And there's nothing wrong with that. But unfortunately, in this age of social media and comparison and YouTube and all the content out there, people get in this yucky place of saying to themselves, what does this say about me? And, it's just a shame because it's just wasted energy. Instead of having more of the mindset and the belief system, oh, if she can do it, I can do it too. Because that's how I've learned everything. I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. Heck, this morning, Ryan and I were talking and I shared I'm like, oh, I'm sure this is what Michael Jordan did. I talked about Michael Jordan. I don't know for sure, but I was like, I bet you this was kind of what Michael Jordan would do, right? If he can do it, my husband can do it. I believe that. I believe that to be true. I know that to be true. I have tons of evidence. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of evidence. But that's really not what's going on out there. So it creates this gap where the people that are like a normal person, let's say, and I'm just using simple words for context, think, what does this say about me? And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. So I've noticed on YouTube is I actually found this girl last week, this woman. She's beautiful and her content is very good. And I listened to a couple of her YouTubes and I was actually talking to my husband about it. I'm like, God, this girl's really good. And I started reading her comments. And the comments, after watching a couple videos and watching the comments, I bet you they're fake. Like she has burner phones with people that use AI and kind of generate the same type of positive comments and put them in her YouTube. It's just too obvious. But I actually don't judge her for that at all because of how hard it is. And she has great content. So if she's doing that to get views, to get the algorithm to go, you know what? That's kind of the nature of what's going on out there. Hate to say it, but it's true. So what happens in the YouTube land, if you don't know this, if you click off someone's video after so many seconds, YouTube sees a pattern and they stop showing your videos. The algorithm. And it's hard. It's hard. So if you trigger someone right away or irk them, as Ryan and I had a little flashback to our childhood that our parents didn't say triggered. No one said triggered. We're Gen Xers. No one said triggered. It was irked. My mom would say, oh, they irked me. Or my grandma would be, oh, they irked me. Like that was what the word was, irked. And so you turn off because for whatever reason, or they're not talking fast enough, or they sold too much, or whatever irked you, you turned it off. Then the YouTube doesn't show your videos to people. So you're kind of just speaking into the void. And the other problem with YouTube is I have no idea who's watching. So even if you like and subscribe, it's really not the same as being part of a community. I like and subscribe all over YouTube because I feel like if I can't pay them, at least I'm giving them a like and a subscribe, and often I comment. Because at least that's like a form of payment to help them get more visibility as a YouTube creator. But most people don't do that. Most people pop on and pop off. And you can tell, I'm not alone in this, you can tell by seeing how many views a really big creator has and how many likes they have. That's glaringly obvious. And how many really good YouTube creators are begging for a subscriber. Please, please, I look at my stats and I only get 3% of people that subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I've heard that on so many. Diary of a CEO does that, for goodness sakes. He's a huge channel. He does that. Like basically kind of begs for you to hit the subscribe button, which is kind of crazy, but hey, if it works for him, all good. He's doing great. So I really have a lot of thoughts on YouTube. I personally love YouTube. I personally love doing my little videos in the car. If someone thinks that I'm not an expert because I'm in the car, well, you know what? Then you just miss out. You just miss out because I share a lot of dot connecting things to expand your consciousness and use your intuition. That's what my gift is to talk about. That's what I love talking about. And that's my job to talk about this. So I'm showing up and talking about it. However, I also want to take my next level content and do something more with it. So I have started a Patreon community. I love Patreon. Good Karma Sport Fishing and Educational Programs is on Patreon. We started that last December. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think it's such a great platform. It is amazing. I haven't even tapped out on all the potentials for that platform, but it's so great. And so I added one too. And it's called Otherworldly Beyond Basic Convergence. So it's kind of a long title. It may change, but right now that's what I felt called to do because Beyond Basic is my branding. Otherworldly is how I just feel right now, and convergence is everything like coming together. So that's what it is. If you would like to join, there is a free tier where I will have exclusive content only in my Patreon. Exclusive next level content only in my Patreon. And then I will have online courses for a smaller ticket. And then a community where you can get all the courses at one price, like a bundle price once a month. And then another tier where you get the bundle price for all the courses, and we'll have a live Zoom call. So as I'm building this, those things will be just happening and I'll be adding to it. But yeah, check it out. It's free to join. It's free to join, and you'll get, I already have a time warp story that happened to me for me last Friday. That's kind of crazy. And then I'm going to do a time warp online course, mini course as part of it. As a small offer that would then be inclusive in the monthly bundle. But at least you could read the story and pick up on some codes there if you join my Patreon. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. And I also want to give a shout out to Richard Rudd, who is Gene Keys, because he talked a lot in his birthday video, and I'll put the link in, about the nature of YouTube and long form versus short form and contemplation and what's going on out there with so many people having too much content. And he's right. He was 100% right. And that was a piece of my data collection when I was talking about YouTube. So that was a great video. And I will put that in the show notes for other people to watch as well. Because if you're just a YouTube creator and you're looking to see what the heck is going on out there, here is some intel for you. So thank you. Love you. Thank you for being here. And I'm also on Instagram, Melinda_Van Fleet. My website is melindavanfleet.com. So check it out. Bye for now.